Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of the IPL series what Cricket is conducting. Today we have CSK, one of the most successful also, and also at the same time having a vast fan base. I think because of everyone knows Captain Cool Dhoni and his reputation and him winning the World Cups and the IPL trophy for Chennai. Hi, I'm Ruchir and this is Ritesh, the co-founders of Cricket. So, before anything, I want to ask you, Ritesh, that it's been a long time when we will see Tala Dhoni back on the field. I think it's almost a year.
Yeah, I think personally I love to see Dhoni on the field. Everyone does. It's very hard to find a Dhoni hater. He ended on a high for India as well. He scored that wonderful 50 for a losing cause and that really heartbreaking run out. And it'll be nice to see him keep wickets, captain, and probably work his magic, because the team is not in its full power right now. They've had a couple of COVID scares. Raina is not there. Harbhajan Singh is not there. So
Deepak Chahar has got COVID. So I think this year it's an unfortunate year for CSK, and maybe people are predicting that CSK for the first time might not qualify for the playoffs, and maybe stay back with the others and not qualifying, and that's a rare sight to see CSK.
But let's see if Dhoni can work his magic. I think if anything, Dhoni is known for doing the impossible. He's done that in the past, and yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it's not a bad side, right? They've still got the likes of Shane Watson, who's a very explosive batsman in the top, and a slightly changed top order with Ambati Rayudu. He has opened for them before, but Ambati Rayudu coming in as an opener.
I think I just want to pause you there. I'm sorry, but I think what we need to see here is from the beginning. I think CSK has always trusted their players, like coming to Shane Watson or any player. I think they've trusted all the players equally, and if you see the side, it's full of experience. From Shane Watson till Bravo, Dhoni, everyone is experienced. I think only 1-2 youngsters.
Young fast bowlers.
Maybe KM Asif, Shardul Thakur, and Deepak Chahar you might find. Or else everyone they pick is mostly experienced. Like this year they bought Piyush Chawla as one of their spinners too, and Piyush Chawla will have a crucial role because Harbhajan Singh won't be part of this IPL.
And Harbhajan Singh not being
with Suresh,
not being present will also bring in the likes of Mitchell Santner, which will be really interesting to see, because he might have a full-blown IPL season which he's not had so far, coming back to it's a big blow. But coming back to the point of your experience, they have a very good experience side. It's worked out for them before. They've won multiple cups. But I personally feel, considering the playing conditions, considering the heat, considering the fact that every year the team does get a year older. It will be interesting to see what they will do. It's only fair to assume that some young legs would be much agile on the field, much more energetic. Not energetic.
Like how teams like Punjab, Delhi Capitals, Sunrisers follow their other methods, and these people follow
the old school. We want experience on the side.
So coming to the point, I think it is a decent side. To be fair, but personally, I don't think they're going to qualify. But let's see what's going to happen. Personally, I feel they won't qualify this year, unfortunately. But let's start with the opening. I think Shane Watson and Ambati Rayudu both very
good
explosive,
batsman.
and also
Yeah.
the mix of one Indian, one foreigner again, like used by Chennai. It's a great tactic. And if anyone gets injured or if anyone is not available, there's always Murli Vijay available.
Yeah.
So coming to Faf du Plessis,
Yeah.
so what is your view on him? You know, he was the ex-captain for South Africa.
Yes,
Proteas
yes.
team too.
I think you know Faf is someone who's very flexible. He's someone who doesn't have a lot of ego. He loves to sit on the bench and be the supporting role.
An excellent fielder too.
And a very good fielder. And he's been in Chennai for like since the beginning of time. Like
I think like 3-4 years.
Yeah, he's been there, and I think he's a brilliant player. Like there's no going two ways about it. Maybe again a little controversial. He's not the best out there.
Yeah.
Suresh Raina on that spot would have been deadly, like much better option.
So if you see where he's going to come in our 11, Crickhart's 11, we can see that he's coming at number 3, and number 3 is very crucial. It's it's one of the most important roles.
3 and 4, yes.
3 and 4, but mostly 3 because Virat Kohli comes for RCB there. Rohit Sharma comes from Mumbai. Delhi Capitals maybe Ajinkya Rahane or their captain Shreyas Iyer. So number 3, one down is very important and a crucial role. What Faf du Plessis will take because Suresh Raina is not available.
And I think he'll do a great job. He's batted with responsibility before. And he's a very stable batsman. That's good.
Therefore, I think with his experience and with him being the captain of Proteas, we've also kept him as the vice captain for Chennai Super Kings, and I think he really deserves it. And I think he'll be a good job if Dhoni won't be available for some games.
I think definitely. Thinking about Dhoni, and he's not missed a single game all through IPL. He's not missed one game.
Yeah.
He's not missed a game, and it's amazing how he does it. But even if Dhoni gets injured, God forbid, they've got a good wicket keeping backup for that in the form of Kedar Jadhav maybe. I want to talk a little bit about Kedar Jadhav. I remember last season he finished that brilliant game, and he's good. He's handy with the ball as well. He can bowl those side arm off spin. He's a good batsman. He's good for the T20 format, and definitely a good number 4 batsman for CSK.
So coming to Tala Dhoni now, it's again a controversial topic. Comment below what you think, how he's going to perform this year, and maybe do you think they will reach the playoffs? Because I personally don't. And Crickhart has also rated them 7.5. I think one of the lowest out of the other teams. So I think they will struggle without Suresh Raina and Harbhajan Singh. Maybe hopefully he comes back, and or else replacements will be available. But coming to Dhoni. Dhoni, I think there's nothing much to talk.
There's nothing much to say about him. He's one of the greatest cricketers out there. He's been in India's service for so many years, and I want to take this opportunity to thank him now that he's retired. And I think Dhoni is someone who would perform regardless. If he doesn't perform with the bat, no problem. He'll perform with the gloves on behind. Even if that fails, he's still going to perform with his mind. Somewhere. He is going to pull something off.
And also the point that he gives his 100% effort, and that is one thing we really should appreciate about Dhoni.
And he's fit.
He is fit.
And he's
regardless
of
his age.
Regardless of his age, I think he proves the fact that age is just a number.
Because I think we have seen videos beating him hard, beating Hardik Pandya.
He's fit, he's quick, he's strong.
Dwayne Bravo, so who are comparatively very young. So coming
just a quick point. Although the team is relatively on the older side, they have a brilliant fielding side.
With Jaddu.
Jadeja is amazing. Dhoni is by far the best keepers out there. Bravo is brilliant. Du Plessis is good, very good in fact. Shane Watson, any Aussie's a good fielder. They've they've got like
Raidu's not that bad too.
yeah, Raidu's not bad. I'm just picking out the extraordinary fielders.
Regardless of being them the oldest, like experienced, but they still have good
exactly
like fielding side. So like I don't see like where they have a problem with the fielding. And then moving on to Ravindra Jadeja,
brilliant limited over cricketer with the ball and the bat. I mean, look, on paper, this is the beauty of IPL, right? On paper, all the teams look really close and really solid, right? But
the execution,
it's all about the execution, and CSK does execute well.
Absolutely,
I completely agree with you. And that's why I feel that yes, they don't have Harbhajan Singh, they don't have Raina, but they will plan for it, and they'd have a plan to tackle it. And we already know that CSK is good at executing these plans. So Jadeja, just coming back to the topic, Jadeja, brilliant player, great all-rounder.
Fielding, batting, bowling,
just the energy.
He covers everything. I think he covers everything, and it's like you could say that he's one of the young legs for the team.
Yeah.
So like
definitely.
Yeah. So and then we have Dwayne Bravo at number 7. I think he has been very valuable for CSK. I think I still remember his knock last year with Mumbai, and still remember his getting him
his
getting
spells, his bowling spells are
him getting the purple cap several years. So I think Dwayne Bravo is very valuable for CSK, but there is a replacement for Dwayne Bravo, a younger replacement who's Sam Curran, we've mentioned him in the special mentions. And Sam Curran, like I still remember last year's hat-trick against Delhi Capitals when he represented Kings 11 Punjab. So I think they've got a really good replacement for Dwayne Bravo, and I think there will be so much of learning for Sam Curran, as Dwayne Bravo will be mentoring him in the season, because it's going to be a long season. It's going to be 3 months, and I think it's much longer because of the quarantine period and everything. I think it will be one of the longest IPL seasons. What is your perspective?
I think Dwayne Bravo is brilliant in the depth, both with the bat and the ball. He can hit you those good 30-40 runs in the fag end of the game. He's done that before, and with the ball he's really intelligent, and Dhoni working with him is just a deadly combination.
I think his mind and his bowling, everything matches.
Brilliant.
They
Nothing
gel
much
together
to say
very
about
well.
him. He's a good cricketer, and Sam Curran can replace him anytime.
So I just want to skip Shardul Thakur. I want to talk with Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar both
together.
And I think I want to really highlight the split to the two spinners with Jadeja, supporting Jadeja. I think Piyush Chawla, the experienced lad, and Mitchell Santner, the all-rounder from New Zealand. So I think both of them will bring a lot to the table for CSK. So what are your views on this? Both of them working together and getting wickets.
Piyush might be a little rusty. We've not seen too much cricket from him. He did play for KKR last year. I don't think it was
decent performance.
He had a good season. I think it's very hard for us to sit out here and be critical, but if we have to put our head down, he's not the best leg spinner out there. But that being said, he will do the job, and Mitchell Santner is great again.
But I think
he's good with the bat as well. Mitchell Santner.
But I think there's an advantage from both these spinners. I think the main advantage, including Harbhajan Singh, is that they can bat.
They can bat till 10. They can bat till 10.
Yeah, except Deepak Chahar. Deepak Chahar also bats, I think, a little bit. But I think till number 10, they are solid with their batting. I think Piyush Chawla is an explosive batsman, so he can manage. Mitchell Santner is a bowling all-rounder, so he can bat. With Shardul Thakur, I think Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar, both the young fellows, I think they have really performed and deserve the spot, because the last 2 seasons, I think they do deserve, because they really performed well for CSK.
I think Deepak Chahar is brilliant with the new ball.
Absolutely.
He's aggressive with his length. He doesn't mind getting driven away, but he is going to keep keep bowling full. He's going to keep swinging it. And again, Dhoni works brilliantly with them. Shardul Thakur good with the bat. I remember his knock in the playoffs about last year, I think. And yeah, he won it for them, and we didn't see that he came back. And yeah, I think that the fast bowling attack is good.
Because I think the problem here is that they have 4 foreigners filled, so they can't use the foreign fast bowlers, pacers, Josh Hazelwood and Lungi Nigiri, both of them very good bowlers.
Maybe where we are approaching IPL or in general with the fact that
they're playing in UAE.
Yeah, with the fact, and they need an extra spinner. I think if Ravindra Jadeja and Piyush Chawla take on the and they have Kedar Jadhav as well. So they have 4 spinners in this.
So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think they have 7 options with Shane Watson. So that's 8 options. I think they have so many options. Dhoni has so many options that he can choose from. So like if one guy doesn't perform in this game, the other can step in.
I totally wouldn't mind dropping Santner, getting Hazelwood or Lungi Nigiri if I need a quick,
if according to the pitch we can of course
because I know Kedar can bowl a bit of spin. Piyush can bowl is a full-time spinner. Jadeja, we have nothing to say about him. He's a brilliant spinner. And yeah, the team can go without Santner. And can go with an extra foreign fast bowler.
So we've kept 12th as the 12th man. We've kept Josh Hazelwood, and in the special mentions we've kept Murli Vijay, Lungi Nigiri, and Sam Curran. So this was like our 11, and we have also mentioned the special mentions also. So we have rated this team a 7.5. I think one of the lowest we have marked.
I think with Harbhajan Singh and Raina, this team would definitely clock up a 8. Definitely. But without them, I don't think they can get that 0.5 extra. So it's 7.5 if you look at it in terms of theory. But let's see if Dhoni can work his magic.
Absolutely, Ritesh. So this was our CSK 11 cricket hearts, and we've also rated them out of 10. We've marked them 7.5. Comment below what you think. What do you think their ideal CSK 11 should be, and also rate them out of 10. We would love to hear you guys out. And thank you. Please share the video, like the video, and also follow us. Thank you.
Thank you.